get one last look at my little yarn corner, because we are packing up and moving to a new apartment. So I thought you might want to pack along with me and get a peep at my yarn stash and just see how I went about packing things up. This is also why I haven't posted much lately, as I'm sure you all know. Moving is very time consuming, but I'm excited at the opportunity to kind of reorganize everything in the new place, and I'll probably do some videos about that too. So, one of my main concerns was packing up my yarn so that it doesn't get dusty or snagged or little bits of cardboard in it during transit. So when I could, I tried to keep my skeins in any original bags that I still had. Then my other solution was to use these little organza bags. I have a ton of these left over from my handmade selling days, and lovecrafts.com packages your yarn in these little bags as well when you order from them. So I have quite a few. By the way, if you're wondering who these beautiful hanks of yarn are right here, these are from the April Knitcrate that they sent me to show off to you guys, so let's pop a little unboxing here and take a look at this Audine Wool's Bloom, an alpaca silk camel blend. I've never worked with camel before, but it feels really soft, and it has this chain construction that I'm sure is going to make it super lightweight and airy. So I can't wait to unpack this again and whip up something for fall. But in the meantime, let's start packing up some yarn. And after exhausting my organza bag reserves and making a decent dent in the stash, I decided to speed things up a bit with one of these garment bags, like an under-the-bed organizer type doodle. And I stuffed that with as much yarn as possible. Also, I don't know about you, but all my skeins look like this, with one little abandoned, like, baby whip on the end. Like, I tried a few stitches and just lost interest. I don't know. Does anyone else do that? I discovered a lot of forgotten projects while I was packing, like this skirt, and instead of, messing with it and putting the stitches on hold or anything, I just put the whole thing in an organza bag with the yarn and kind of tucked the needles down into the center of the yarn balls. I figure it won't come undone with how tightly I'm packing everything. Over in this yarn basket I have another whip, but I think I'm actually going to hold off on packing this one just in case I get a quiet moment during the move where I might actually get to knit a little bit. So I'm going to reserve one yarn ball and one project, just for funsies. The thought of not having any yarn available at all is a little stressful. I gotta have something. So the garment bag is in on top of the organza bags, and this box is getting heavy. But I'm still finding yarn, rediscovering yarn I didn't know I had. So my handy assistant found this plastic tub organizer, and I'm hoping everything else fits in there. It feels a bit like playing yarn chicken. And if you've never heard that term before, yarn chicken is when you're knitting a project and you're almost done, and you don't know if you're gonna have enough yarn left. You see that end getting closer and closer, and you just have a couple of stitches left, and it's like, will she make it? Won't she? That suspense, yeah, that's kind of what it was like. And towards the bottom of these baskets, I found a lot of stuff to rewind, but first, let's take a little progress report. Looking good. Everything's getting cleared out. We're down to our last little notions and tchotchkes. This whole box is full of yarn, and this little crate did its job too. I've got a few sloppies that need to be rewound, and thank goodness for my yarn ball winder. I love this thing so much. I'd be lost without it. During this process, it really helped keep things neat and tidy. And this is how my black shirt looks after today. Did I mention I have 1,000,001 finished objects to pack? These are all my samples from patterns, and my goal in the next place is to be able to really display these properly and give them the spotlight they deserve. And last but not least is to pack up Betty. This old gal has quite literally followed me around the world. I got her at Joann's like a million years ago, in case any of you were wondering. I get asked about her all the time. And we'll see more of Betty in the next house. Bye, Betty! So I hope you liked watching me pack up my yarn. Lots of opportunities for craft room organization videos coming up, so I'm gonna go watch some for inspiration. And subscribe if you want to see how my new yarn cave turns out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!